Other people's choices in love are not always easily understood. On February 10th, 1995, at his parents' home in Beverly Hills, California, Jed Abrams discovered that there are people who are willing to go out on a limb to lend a helping hand to the object of your affection, however strange she might be.
Ready to get some sun today, Claudia? Claudia is a very friendly iguana, and I'd say next to my dog, she's the most receptive pet I've had to human contact. Samson would not intentionally hurt anything, but he likes to play around with Claudia's tail. But she's a smaller animal, so she sort of looks out for herself. Iguanas are really fast climbers. By the time I reacted to the situation, she was out of my reach.
Claudia, come here. Come here. Come on. Go back, Claudia, go back.
I tried to coax her down with pieces of food, but she's happy in the trees and she didn't want to come down. I'm pretty frustrated at this point because I have a cast on and I can't climb up to her.
Claudia?
But it still hadn't really sunk in that this was going to be a problem.
Claudia?
After a couple hours, I realized that there was no way I was going to be able to get her down by myself. So I did what any lazy teenager does. I called somebody else to come help me do it.
Yeah, this may sound strange, but I got my iguana stuck at the top of a tree.
Initially, I called the fire department.
Beverly Hills?
I think they laughed a little bit and told me that the SPCA handled that sort of thing.
Animal Service Officer Tori Matthews was on routine patrol 5 miles away when she got word of Jed's problem.
He was a little anxious.
Initially, she climbed up this one right here.
He wanted to make sure that Claudia was safe and back in the house where she belonged. It's not an uncommon problem. We get animals that get up into the trees quite often.
Okay, and where was the last place that you saw her?
But we couldn't find her in the trees.
I wonder if she moved into one of the other trees. Maybe if we go up top.
And they can sit so still that you're not going to see them.
Yeah, the last time I saw her, she was about, Tori, I see her?
All right.
She was up about 15 or 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm coming up. Oh, okay, I see her. I see her. I see her. Come here, little one.
I got within arm's reach of the iguana, but the only thing I could actually reach was the tail.
And grab a hold of her tail. What would happen?
You don't want to.
If there's one area of the iguana you just don't want to mess with, it's their tail. If they're upset or they're scared, if you grab them by the tail, they can actually release the tail.
Try this.
What I wanted to try and do was stick the putter in front of its face and hopefully make it turn around, and it would see Jed and maybe come back to where Jed was at.
Come on. Can you turn? Huh? Can you turn? I'm getting nothing out of her at all, Jed.
It was kind of a risky situation and didn't have too many more hours of daylight left.
She doesn't seem to like that too much. I think we're going to have to come up with something else.
Okay.
Oh, no!
But I think at that point the iguana tripped or she got scared and fell off. I had already prepared myself that Claudia probably had died.
Samson, get away from the iguana. Get away from her. Come here.
No.
Get
We
away.
both met, and what we saw was the iguana swimming around the sides of the pool.
Claudia, come here.
Iguanas are very, very fast swimmers. It's not one of those things where you can just jump in and catch the animal.
How about a pool skimmer? You got a pool skimmer?
Yeah, over in the first one on the right.
All right, I'll be right back.
But I couldn't find the pool skimmer.
Come on. Yeah, she's moving.
I raced back, and the iguana was at the bottom of the pool.
We both realized we had limited time to react here, but the doctor told me, don't get the cast wet.
When I hit the water, I knew exactly what happened. That water was like a glass of ice water. It was extremely cold, and those animals cannot handle cold at all.
She just came up. Get her, Jed.
And I told Jed, race in the house, wrap it in a towel so we can get the body temperature back up.
How's she doing?
Not moving.
Oh, no. Blow on her face, see what she does.
I wanted to see if there was going to be a reaction, but there was nothing.
Check for pulse.
So I started checking for a heartbeat, any kind of respiration whatsoever. There were none. It was just completely gone. It was like Jell-O. And I gave a little puff into the nose.
Come on.
And started pumping between its stomach and its chest with my fingertips.
9, 10.
You have to make them very tiny breaths because you can actually blow up their lungs.
Come on.
Okay.
The tail started to move very slowly, and the eyes opened up.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
And I turned to Jed and told him, Jed, I think we have movement here. This animal's breathing again.
Claudia the iguana was examined by a reptile expert at a nearby animal hospital and released the same day. Jed now does all he can to make sure her feet remain firmly planted on the ground.
Every pet out there has a unique personality. I'm not really into reptiles myself, but for Jed, he really cares about Claudia, his iguana.
Tori did the whole 9 yards in terms of saving the animal, and it sort of surprised me that for a small reptile as opposed to a dog, she would jump in the pool or climb the tree. She did a great job.
My new nickname at work is Lizard Lips. It does nothing for you when you're trying to get a date and guys find out about this. They just kind of smile and walk away.